This might be our most controversial episode yet.
The people who have strong opinions about Disney, they're like the coolest people you know in the news right now. I love Disney.
It's not a personality trait.
It's just not my identity. Hey guys, I'm Jack O'Shea.
And I'm Mikaela Pascal.
And this is Who's on Top, the show where we each rank our top 5 favorite things about an exciting topic, and then you tell us who made the best list. Or
who's on top?
Who's on top? We are talking about the best rides at Disneyland.
D-Land?
We call it the Big D.
The Big D. This is exclusively California.
Not California Adventure, and also not Disney World, or Tokyo Disney, or Paris Disney, or any other Disneys. We're talking Disneyland, and that does come into play here. So without further ado, Mikaela, what is your number 5 ride?
At D-Land?
At the land.
So my number 5 is Ranker's number 6. Big Thunder, the little outside roller coaster.
Interesting.
This is the one where I'm like, okay, I kind of get my thrill in for the day. It's cute.
I always thought that was like the most overrated ride. The one good thing about Thunder Mountain Railroad was that of all the mountains, Splash, Space, and Thunder, if you will, it has by far the shortest line.
They do make the waits fun though. You're constantly moving, so it's not like you're standing in line.
Okay, so my number 5 was Ranker.com's number 2, Space Mountain.
Okay.
The main reason I love Space Mountain, they really stuck with their guns of like not updating it over the years. It's just fun to be in that line and be like, this is what the builders thought was the future of space travel. They were wrong about almost everything, especially the outfits. It's one of those rides where it's like, it's really fun because it's in the dark.
It's really not that fast.
You're going like 30 miles an hour. And because of the lights, you're like, holy shit. I'm actually afraid to put my hands up.
Yes.
Because you hear the other cars
like
flying over you and you're like, I think my hand can touch that sound.
My number 4 is Ranker's number 3, The Haunted Mansion. I am a big fan of the spooky types of movies, so you know, The Haunted Mansion's a great one.
I don't even remember there being a movie.
I actually do like it more during Christmas when they do The Nightmare Before Christmas themed instead. I'm a big Tim Burton gal.
You heard it here first. I'm gonna start describing you to people as, well, she's a big Tim Burton gal. You know what is great about The Haunted Mansion too that I've never totally understood? They somehow make it look while you're moving like there is a ghost in the mirror.
Yeah.
As a kid, that freaked me out.
Like, no way.
Check your vehicle for hobo ghosts. My number 4, and I was shocked this was actually on the list, but it was Ranker's number 17, the Disney monorail system.
I thought that was interesting too, because I do love the good monorail system.
Six Flags, honestly, their rides are more fun when you're on the ride. Disney nails all of the other stuff. It is so much more fun to be waiting in line at Disney than anywhere else doing anything in the world.
Yeah.
You're on a ride to go see the rides.
This is the ride!
There is nothing more satisfying when you finally get to the monorail and sit down and you're kind of a little bit out of breath and it's so air conditioned in there. That's the best.
No, it's great. Fantastical.
I almost put Disney monorail system number 1, honestly.
Alright, so my number 3 was Ranker's number 14. It's a Small World. It's not necessarily like every time I go to Disneyland, I'm like, I need to get on It's a Small World. I just think it's really iconic. That damn song is stuck in your head all day, and it's just really, really well done.
You can make an argument that Disneyland invented woke culture in there.
I was just about to say, I think all kids need to go on It's a Small World. I don't know if they've really ever updated it, because the whole thing just really seems like a class project. Like, they all kind of seem like paper mache, and it's very fun and very delightful.
But that's one of the great things about Disney is like a lot of their classic rides, they do not update. My number 3 was Ranker's number 9, the Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
It's been updated recently because I think that there were some racially insensitive, culturally insensitive things that they've removed.
The Jungle Cruise?
It does have colonizing themes to it, but like with all things at Disney, you're supposed to brush that to the side and enjoy the basically 10 minutes of stand-up comedy that the cruise director gives to you.
Last week, my boyfriend and I went to Sam's new restaurant, the Cannibal Cafe, always thinking of new and exciting ways to serve you.
You just have this sort of like Don Rickles 80s style stand-up comedian up there being like, don't go chasing waterfalls when you go under the waterfall, and you're like,
good one, guy.
Thank you for bringing some much needed levity to our day at Disney. I love the variance in cruise directors too, because sometimes you'll go on and the cruise director is like monotone, not a comedic bone in their body, and then sometimes you go on and you're like, Disney needs to cast this guy in a movie because his timing is impeccable.
My number 2 was Ranker's number 2, Space Mountain. I put it way higher. That's something I'm very much so willing to wait in a long line for. It's just so cool. It's like you're in a sensory deprivation tank. You feel like you're going fast, you're not going fast. You're in a dark room with lights. And if this is the one roller coaster I get to go on that day, So be it. I will be satisfied.
Not a lot of indoor roller coasters too. in the
No,
world.
it's very fascinating.
It's kind of in a really good zone. The fact that Space Mountain was my number 5 is just because I love the other 4 so much.
Okay, what's your number 2?
Okay, so my number 2 was Ranker.com's number 4. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Another ride that's similar to Jungle Cruise in that it's kind of a show, although there is an initial drop.
I think in your head, every time you assume it's a much bigger drop than it is, you're
'Cause
like,
it's in the dark.
hold on, you're like, better, and then you're like, oh.
And you get just that amount of wet.
It kind of just didn't happen.
One of my pant legs is wet, like I forgot to put on one rain boot. The one bummer with it is they have taken a lot of stuff out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
The horse,
They took away the prostitutes.
it's a working woman.
It's the oldest profession. Are you like trying to like protect the history of piracy? Like,
Every time you walk in, you like get like this feeling of like, oh, I'm about to go on the ride because you smell the water. The water
Yes.
smells so specific to this ride. It's not even like just chlorine, it's like so specifically Pirates of the Caribbean.
you know what else Pirates of the Caribbean has? The best after the ride gift shop.
Yes.
They have all the swords, all the guns. Me and all my brothers and cousins, we used to just grab them and just sword fight the out of the place in there. It was so great. Or. We might have the same number 1.
We might. My number 1 is Ranker's number 1. Indiana Jones.
No, that's not mine.
That's the one ride that I'm like, I'm really bummed if I don't get on it. It's not a roller coaster, but you really do feel like you're in this car thing. And so
Yeah.
it's like, you still get like the butterfly feelings and you still get the show aspect of it. Like, okay, I'm going on an adventure right now with Indiana Jones. It's so much fun.
I've never been on that.
Okay, well, we have to go.
I know. We have to go.
You sit in a Jeep, you strap in, and it's like you go with like your family and like this, you're on a single car, you're going down this road in like a cool tunnel and there's a big boulder that falls on you and
From
like you
Raiders of the Lost
fly
Ark,
under.
of course.
It's awesome.
That's so cool.
And Indiana Jones is, you know, hanging from certain things. Very cool.
You have chosen wisely.
My number 1, Ranker.com's number 5/Mountain. Soon to be the Princess and the Frog. That one drop, it is like actually thrilling. The most fun part about the actual ride is that they keep on tricking you into thinking you're about to go down it. Like every time you go up, 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 it's always like a little up, no.
I actually don't really like it.
Because you probably don't want to get wet.
I don't like water rides. I'm not a fan.
I have no problem getting wet. My hair dries faster without a towel, like a porpoise.
Listen, this,
It takes some work. You go down the waterfall and then you turn the corner and you see Brer Fox and Brer Bear and they're stuck in the thorn bushes. And you have this weird feeling where it's like, yeah, you're on a ride, but part of you is like, we escaped. We did it. Like they really sell you. And you see Zippity Doo and you're like, it is a wonderful day. Well guys, those were our favorite rides at Disneyland. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments, or better yet, just head over to Ranker.com and vote your favorites to the top. As always, let us know in the comments which of us you think is the best list, or
who's on top?
who's on top.